Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your favorite girlfriends. We got Beth, Laura, and Desi all in the house tonight. It is Wednesday, October 8th of 2025, and boy, the storylines do not disappoint. What a wild, wild week it has been in the NFL. We've got everything to arrests, to trades, to upsets. We got NFL standings. We got all of the things. But first, ladies, how are we doing? What's new? What's exciting? How's your hump day been?
Mine's been relatively uneventful. Just getting ready because I'm coming down to Tampa to see you this weekend and go to a game and then go to Atlanta to go to another game.
Yeah.
Laura, you live such a life, man. So fun.
Well, I mean, yeah, so we got tickets. We are going to, yes. Oh, there she goes. So Technics Chicks, I already got the song in my head. Return of the night. We'll get to that. But first, yes, Laura and I are going to head down to Ray J Stadium for the Bucks Niners game. It was switched from a 1 o'clock game to a 4:30 game. So now we're running right into the Lions game. So Laura's not super stoked about that, but we're going to try to figure it out. We're finding some Lions bars to hit just after. So then I don't know what time we'll go to bed, but as we've decided in Vegas, we can rally. And so we're getting up Monday morning and we're going to hit the road to go see Beth in Atlanta to watch her Bills take on the Atlanta Falcons in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia for Monday Night Football. Beth, how are we feeling?
Yes. Excellent. I'm super excited. I've been sharing all week places where we can tailgate, things that we can do before the game. All depends on how much people want to rally after their game prior to that. So it should be a good time. Looking forward to you guys coming up and giving you a little bit of Atlanta.
Atlanta! I'm here for it. Monday Night Football is always turn, especially in the ATL. Listen, I've been to several different stadiums. No one does it like the Falcons. I mean, that is like pure entertainment from the opening ceremonies to the end of the first quarter to halftime to the end of the third quarter. I mean, they party all the way through that game. Win or lose, they are them. Okay, so I am here for it. All right, so
there'll probably be more Buffalo fans than Falcon fans there, but we'll see.
I mean,
that is not a problem for us.
It is not. It is not.
But question: do we have tickets? I know the answer to this, but we're on the podcast. So, do we have tickets? And what's your level of anxiety right now? Talk to me.
We do not have tickets. And this is taking everything out of my planning heart to not do it. So I have been told to wait and buy tickets the day of. And I'm going to do my best to follow those recommendations. I would be lying if I was not on Game Time and TickPick and StubHub and every single site hourly to see what they cost right now and how many are available. Because TickPick tells you how many tickets are available. So I've been tracking that to make sure I don't completely lose my mind. Listen, if it gets there and we're all paying a stupid amount of money for these tickets, I blame you, Desi, because you're the one who told me to do it. So,
but I gave you an exception,
and we're good, and then I'm happy, and we'll all be good. And I will say, you can say I told you so as much as you want. However, if we're paying out the butt for these tickets, it's on you.
But I did give a caveat. I said that is true, except for Monday Night Football. All bets are off of Monday Night Football. Like, Monday Night Football is the one thing that I probably get a little nervous about. So I waited last minute for these Bucks Niners game. But then when the Bucks came through and won that game, I was like, let me buy my tickets right now. So we bought our tickets. Laura and I are straight. friend of mine had her club level seats on sale, and let's just say those were 500 a piece plus.
Woo!
And I was like, maybe I would have gone for that if I knew I wasn't going to Monday Night Football the next day, and I know the ticket price is going to be a little bit up there for Monday Night Football. So
Yeah, sorry.
anyway, well, let's just peel the Band-Aid off. How did our teams do week 4?
Well, I'll start because I know Beth is still probably in a bit of shock/mourning. So I will say that the Detroit Lions are not disappointing this season. We did have that terrible loss the first game, but since then we have been just kicking butt up and down the field. Our game against the Cincinnati Bengals was just it was art. It was awesome. Like they did so many things that were just peak Lions. It was a homecoming game for one of our running backs, David Montgomery. His family he's from Cincinnati. His family's in Cincinnati, including his sister, who was paralyzed in a car accident a couple of years ago and hasn't seen him play since then. So this was the first time she got to see him play. And not only did he play well, I mean, he did his regular job. There was even a play call where he threw the ball as the quarterback for a touchdown. So she got to see that. And it was just super impressive. It wasn't a boring game. Like the game last week against Cleveland, a little boring because Cleveland sort of gave up, went home halfway through, and the Lions just dominated. But this one was actually a game. Like it was exciting. So yeah, I couldn't be happier.
Well, that's amazing. I love that story. I kind of saw it, and honestly, I got felt some kind of way. Like this is what I love about football is the human stories of it. Part of the reason I love football is the human stories of it, and hearing a story like that, like just amazing. Just like I don't know if you saw the story on Travis Hunter, but Travis Hunter's Travis Hunter, and first of all, I think I said week 4. It's week 5 that we were recapping, right? We're going into week 6.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sorry, guys, been a long day. But so Travis Hunter was on a plane and he met this lady who they just talked, and she's like, he was the nicest guy. I didn't know he played in the NFL, and it was like he added a grandma to his repertoire. She's just the sweetest thing. I fell in love with this story, and so he actually had her out at the game, got her like all hooked up on the field. And it's another like interest story of the week that I just fell in love with. And Travis Hunter has been doing very well out there. So I mean, he's doing his thing, and I'm didn't love it when we had to play against them the week before, but definitely was okay with it the other day. So let's see. I want to go back, or Beth, do you want to go first? Do we need to sandwich this?
I mean, it's over now. It's fine. We can talk about it.
Can we?
We can. So nobody goes undefeated. We all know this. It is not something that happens. Sans one season, yes, Miami. Past that, it doesn't happen. So it had to happen at some point. 1, 2. Of all the times it to happen, now's a fine time. We've got players coming back in a couple weeks. We had several people out on injury. We have people out on suspension. So they'll be coming up soon as we move forward. So I'm not terribly worried about it. I think it was a great game for the Patriots. I truly do. I mean, Drake May showed out. Diggs showed out as he should. But everybody's saying that like the Patriots are back and they're here to give us a run for our money. I don't see that. All that to say, we need to protect the football. So if people didn't watch the game, Buffalo lost 23-20. At the end of the game, Buffalo made a comeback, still couldn't hold on for the final. We didn't score enough. Our defense actually kind of did their own for the most part. We still don't have a secondary to prevent people like Diggs from catching the football. Trey White did not show what we needed him to show. I love that he's back in Buffalo, but he was showing his age a little bit during that game, and that hurt my heart because I really like him. Josh Allen can't fumble the football, and Keon Coleman needs to catch it in our red zone. So if we do those things, we don't lose a game.
Yeah. Here's my question. How do you feel? Like, so I have a couple friends at work, Buffalo fans. They bought the rivalry jerseys, which your guys' rivalry jerseys were amazing.
Yes.
But how do we feel about it?
Yeah, I guess how superstitious are you?
I know.
So I've heard both sides. I've heard some people say never again. I don't think one game makes or breaks it. Again, like I said, I think if it showed up again and we lost again, that would be something different. They're really too nice looking in order to throw them away off of one game.
100%. That was my thought.
I would still, if somebody wants to sell me one cheap because they don't want to wear it now, I am more than happy to buy it off them. I'm not in the market for a $130 jersey, but $60-$70 I'd be open to. So if anybody's looking to get rid of one, you let me know.
Perfect. All right, we're putting it out there in the Ethernet, which, by the way, works. So let me do this first, and then I'm going to come back to a little fun fact for Laura that you probably already know. But I want to give a shout out first to Roscoe's on, I've met him through Twitter. He's an amazing guy, does a lot, big faithful fan. But I tweeted out that I was like heartbroken. Let me find my tweet. And I basically said, sad 49ers fan here. When the rivalry jerseys dropped, I ordered a Fred Warner one and was awaiting delivery. But then my hubs noticed a credit back on our account from Fanatics and there was no delivery. Now, let me back up just a moment because I have been asking for a Fred Warner jersey since my birthday last year and it didn't happen. Family failed me. So then Christmas time, I was like, okay, well then can you get it for me for Christmas? Well, I guess I got cold because my husband is last minute, waited till the last minute. Guess who didn't get a jersey? So I didn't get a jersey. So I was like, oh, rivalry jersey. I'm getting my Fred Warner. Ha ha. The universe was like, no, you're not. Fanatics credited my account and didn't send me the jersey. So I sent this tweet out and was like, anyone know where I can get a women's small or a kid's extra large? So it was retweeted, and I am happy to say that, let me get it right. Let me get the right. At 49ers Deem. Shout out to at 49ers Deem. He hooked it up. His son, and shout out to my girl too, T. Get told Deem. Deem messaged me. He has a son that is he had Fred Warner's large. And I was like, oh, is it gonna fit me? I don't know. Y'all, I wear a kid's large. Ain't no shame in my game. Look what I have. I can't even show it.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
hey.
That's
So
amazing.
and you know what makes it even more special is that a 49ers faithful came through to get it for me. So I'm gonna, if you're listening, if you're watching, Dean, I'm gonna message you after the show. I owe your son a Kittle one. So that we'll figure that out. But I appreciate you. So people stick together, Beth. So you need to get on your Bills Mafia sites and be like, sad Bills fan. Anyone who wants to give up their fill in the blank jersey, it can happen, man. It can happen. So we take care of each other for sure. And then I had this
through this weekend when everybody's trying to sell tickets before I start asking for more things.
That part. Okay, so Adam Schefter tweeted this, Laura, this is for you. Detroit running backs Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery each scored a touchdown today. Well, this was game day, and now have scored a touchdown in the same game 14 times, tying Dallas's Darrell Johnson and Emmitt Smith for the most games among running back teammates, each scoring a touchdown. So shout out to, what's their nicknames?
They are Sonic and Knuckles.
Sonic and Knuckles. So like that duo. It's a great duo. So all right, so I want to go back because I don't know if you guys saw this, but so Mac Jones, you guys know that I was like, oh, I don't know if we're going to win this game. We're going against the Rams. It was a short week for us. Basically, our entire offense is out. With the whole, we had the whole lineup coming off the bench, no wide receivers, no quarterback. But so, my girl Steph, 49 carats, shout out to Steph, 49 carats, love that girl. She posted a picture of Mac Jones walking into the stadium. My man is wearing a half black, half red suit, looking like Two-Face, looking like he came out of like the DC comics. And so I retweeted her tweet and was like, we're winning by 2 touchdowns. Like immediately I was like, I changed my whole decision. We are winning by 2 touchdowns. Yes, Technics chick. So we get it. But after the game, so we go in, let me go into this game. Mac Jones basically lays his entire existence on the line. My man is jacking his knee up. He's getting pancaked. He's getting like rocked. His muscles are cramping up. My man had 11 bananas, y'all. He was like upheaving. People are asking, what's he doing? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe he's dehydrated. Maybe he had too many electrolytes. That's not good on your stomach. I don't know what's happening to Mac, but he made it happen. We won. And shout out to Eddie De Niro Pinero. Like our kicker was 4 for 4, hit a 59-yarder. Like it was fan-freaking-tastic. I did not sleep but like maybe 5 hours because I was so hyped after that game, and like going into work the next day, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was like, I'm walking on sunshine. And this was even after I found out my jersey wasn't coming in. But before all that, ladies, did you know that Mac Jones looked outside his window at the hotel or whatever that morning, and he saw a dead body floating in the water?
No.
I did see this news. Yes.
Like random. Like random. Oh, I just saw a dead body. No big deal. Let me put on my Two-Face suit and go into the, we call it Levi's South, and basically murder the Rams defense. So that's what Mac Jones did on any given Thursday. Thank you very much. So shout out to Mac Jones. He is a vibe. He is an actual vibe. And yes, Terror Dome, like it hits different when you got a kicker that can kick. We all don't have to hold our breath anymore when we're lining up. And yeah, Technics chick, same thing. Like when you say, still can't believe that story. It is crazy. And there's only one story that's crazier than that. Hang on 1 second.
Only one.
Oh no.
It's been a series of stories.
The story has.
Okay, let me prep. Let me get my appropriate video out. Here we go. Where is it?
Oh, this story.
Yes. Who's in the news? Well, y'all already know. It is this man right here, Mark Sanchez, who's a former quarterback in the NFL, who has been a commentator for Fox Sports. Randomly, I get this like tweet start coming out. Actually, I think it was Roscoe's that put it out there that I saw it first, where he had been stabbed multiple times, was in the hospital in stable condition. We were all like, what? Happened at just after midnight on a random, I think it was like was it Thursday night? Was it Wednesday night? It was like some random during the week.
Yeah, it was during the week. It was before his job.
Right. So then not long after that, then they started coming out right here. He was arrested for multiple misdemeanors following a physical altercation and is now facing, well, now it's felony. Before it was not felony, but now facing a felony charge of battery involving serious bodily injury. So basically, and I'm going to read straight from the article because I don't like to get anything I don't want anything to be put out there that's not accurate. And I'll tell you what the funniest thing about, you guys might even pick up on this, but here you go. So Sanchez, who's 38, and the guy that he was in this altercation with was like 69. And so they had the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department announced Saturday afternoon it had arrested former New York Jets quarterback and charged him with battery with injury, unlawful entry of a motor vehicle, and public intoxication, all which are misdemeanors. Now, what I had just put out there was, I think that was the newer news, but according to an affidavit obtained by USA Today Sports, Sanchez allegedly approached a box truck in a loading dock. Why is Mark Sanchez at a loading dock? That's inquiring minds want to know.
I have the answer, but finish reading.
Okay, outside of the Westin Hotel and confronted the driver. The ensuing interaction led the driver to think this guy is trying to kill me. And according to the affidavit, Sanchez allegedly opened the door to the truck and told the driver, who was exchanging frying oil for the hotel, that he wasn't allowed to be at the loading dock. After the driver exited the truck cab, Sanchez then allegedly entered it, according to the affidavit, before the driver told him he was not allowed there. According to the affidavit, all of this is according to the affidavit, the Fox NFL analyst allegedly got out from the cab and allegedly prevented the driver from re-entering to get his phone to call the hotel manager. At one point, the affidavit states, Sanchez allegedly shoved the driver, leading the driver to use his pepper spray on Sanchez. In a statement included in the, you guessed it, affidavit, the driver said he feared for his life when Sanchez continued to approach him after he had used the pepper spray, leading to him pulling out his knife and striking Sanchez 2 or 3 times. And there was a security video that cited in the affidavit. Sanchez allegedly threw the driver toward the wall of the hotel, then threw him to the ground. The driver eventually regained his feet and stabbed Sanchez one last time. And according to the affidavit, that is when Sanchez fled the scene, running northbound. May I note, he did not tear his Achilles while running, which is a shame. So what else do you know, Laura? Because this is the hot mess express.
Yeah, no, and the story just kept getting weirder and weirder and weirder as time went on. But one of the sources, and this may just be rumor, but either way, your question is, why was he in the loading dock alley behind a hotel? One of the versions I read said that he was literally running sprints, like he was practicing for a football game. But obviously he was also very, very, very drunk. So, and possibly other substances. So he was just behind a hotel running sprints like a normal person. And then apparently after he was stabbed and he ran away, they found him in a bar bleeding. Like he went back into a bar. So yeah, that's a lot happened.
I just want to say I spent a nice chunk of my career working in the emergency room. And I will say I would love to see the talk screen on this one. Like you're running sprints drunk, but at 12:30 at night, no.
Now I will admit I may know a couple people who have run wind sprints at 12:30 at night and or raced
at a loading dock.
While intoxicated?
No. Well, intoxicated, yes. Loading dock. I think location is all just where you are. I mean, he may have just happened to be there and being drunk, not necessarily. Or was there an Uber involved or something? What you said, he was getting out of a cab, so maybe he was running wind sprints.
The truck cab. No, the truck cab.
Oh, the truck cab. Okay, because at one point there was like an Uber involved or something, the Uber driver or something. Yeah. But that's not. So in any case, no, he may have been drinking at the hotel bar and they made him leave because wind sprints inside the hotel were frowned upon. So he moved it outside as any proper adult would. However, maybe we should not take it upon ourselves to determine who can park where in somebody else's parking lot.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good idea.
But the
I
rest of
would say
it,
that's-
truthfully, would not. I mean, I've heard crazier stories.
Right. And
Yeah,
one
but
of
I
the
mean-
original.
I may have been part of crazier stories. So,
Well, did you guys see the picture of the victim?
Yes. Yes, I did.
The man was 69 years old. You are 38. 38.
Right. I mean, I'm glad the guy had, apparently another thing I read was that he tried pepper spray first, but it had no effect. So he's like, all right, I guess we're going knife. And kind of thank goodness he did, because he was so beaten.
no, he would have
that,
made it. I don't know if
Yeah.
he would have made it. It was real. Those injuries looked real bad.
This is awful. That's what I mean. He had to have had something else. You're not just going to attack some older man for like just being drunk. I just don't see that. But it's all alleged. It's all not in the affidavit yet. So we will wait for more details to come out. But Technics Chick nailed it. And now that you're saying it, beat it. Like that is legit. Beat it. Like beat it happened in the dark, middle of the night, back of the Westin Hotel. I hate to laugh at it because the poor man, like, and his
Yeah.
family must be absolutely. I mean, that is trauma. That's not just physical trauma. That's emotional trauma. The man was just doing his job at 69. God love him. So best wishes to him, and we'll keep track of this story. So let's move it right along to a little lighter topic. So here we go. Our favorite topic of the evening is all right, we got Rate the Fit. Y'all, this week it was a tough one. Never before have we had votes in so many different directions that I legit had to write down everybody's name and mark down who got voted on which
You
one.
had to tally
It
it.
was-
You had to tally it up.
Fantastic. If you had told me, when was it? Like Sunday early. Like there was a picture of Justin Jefferson in the fur jacket, and he just looks so damn good, right? And I was like, oh, clear winner. Like just whatever. He didn't even get the most, he didn't even get half of the vote. He didn't even get, I don't even know where he was on here. He got so little votes compared to the other folks that I was really shocked. But it's because the competition was crazy. So Chris Jones, highly regarded. Your guy, Anzalone, is it Anzalone or Anzalone?
Anzalone, yeah.
I had a feeling he dressed like he was an Anzalone.
Yes.
Devontae Smith, who kills it every week. Of course, we had to have Mac Jones in there. Those were the top ones, but our number one pick for this week, drum roll, Mr. Josh Hines Allen, defensive end for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And not only does he look great, they got the dubs too. Ladies, how do we feel about this pick this week?
You know, I think it's just classic. It's just classic. So yeah, frankly, he wasn't who I voted for, but sure, I can see it.
I know. I don't think any of us voted for him, but everybody else did, which was fantastic. I mean, like you said, classic look, even the bag. I mean, it's just very sophisticated, but comfy and casual, but you got the chains, you got the bag. Love it. You do you, Joshua Hines Allen. I would go out with you. Beth, thoughts?
I agree. I mean, I think it was a nice outfit. I don't think it was necessarily anything that took my breath away or made me do a double take. I feel like he would be just like, I feel like I would see him out in Atlanta looking like that. Like I see dudes dressed that well or better walking through the streets of Atlanta. So I'm like, yeah, he looks good, but I wouldn't do a double take. And I usually look for the double take. That's what makes me make my choices.
Right. And
Well,
Tara, yeah, we got to shout out to you. That's brilliant. Great take. That's the 90s look for your uncle on a weekend getaway. You are absolutely correct. But if your 90s uncle is attractive, then that's fine.
But wait, Terradome. So Terradome, I think do you also, I can't remember, do you also do like a podcast about music? Because I feel like you could easily give us a theme song for that outfit. So I'm going to give you a minute to think about the theme song because I need a theme song now for the 90s look for your uncle on a weekend getaway. Josh and Alan. Okay, so you have been tasked. We will wait. But we'll go ahead and move it along to, I didn't even get to cover that part. We're going to cover Malik Neighbors. Now, I know he didn't he didn't have the injury last week, but I want to circle back because we've learned more about his injury. So let's go on to sports and medicine segment. So Malik Neighbors, let's see if I can bring this up. So originally, he's a wide receiver for the New York Giants, and originally we kind of thought that he just had a torn ACL, but it's actually been released that he has not just a torn ACL, but also a torn meniscus, which isn't unheard of to have those two injuries together, but also a partially torn labrum, which is in the shoulder. And Lord have mercy, this is our injury of the year, and a partially torn turf toe. If I hear turf toe one more time, I can't even
Right.
click nothing because I might give myself turf toe. So Beth, let's talk about it. So we've talked a lot about ACL injuries, meniscus injuries. Talk to me, and Lord knows we've covered turf toe. So let's go ahead and chat a little bit about the labral tear.
So so all of the other injuries that we've talked about are lower leg extremity injuries, right? So the interesting thing is that he also tore his labrum, which is in your shoulder. So I think we have a photo of it where he ended up, how he ended up injuring that part in addition to the lower extremity.
Let's see, I'm bringing it up right now. Can you see it?
Yeah. So the way that he fell is he ended up landing on that outstretched arm there that is down to the ground. And when you have it outstretched like that, you end up, we've seen dislocations in the past with that, and we've seen other injuries such as a labrum tear, dislocations, and those types of things. The labrum is what kind of helps hold your shoulder in place. So what ends up happening is once it lands there, you often will feel like some instability, similar to we talk about instability in knee injuries and things like that, but you also feel you can often feel like a clicking or a popping. So it ends up kind of catching as you move your shoulder through that joint, and it becomes pretty uncomfortable and difficult to move. Do we know, is he required to have surgery for this labrum tear?
It looks like not. It looks like it's just going to be the surgery for the knee, and then everything else should be able to heal while he's healing from that too. So he's definitely out for the season.
Yeah. So the thing with the labrum too is similar to how you would talk about when we look at the knee and we talk about meniscal tears. So it's kind of just some cartilage or a ring. So it's not like the ACL that would tear across the middle or something like that. It is more of that ring type cartilage piece that ends up getting a tear in it, which causes that kind of clicking and popping and instability / catching movement. So with some good rest and some time out, it should heal for the most part, along with strengthening around the joint. The good thing about it is that he'll have plenty of time to rest it while he waits for his other injuries to heal.
Perfect. Well, thank you for covering that. And Terradome did his homework. I knew it wasn't going to take him long, and I think he nailed this too. So Uncle Weekend Getaway, you got to go Tupac. I get around. Around we go. Okay. I think he nailed it. What do you guys think?
Yes, I think that's perfect.
Awesome. All right. Well, while we're on the good stuff, I want to review one more thing because I think all of the NFL, we are coming together. It is not just, usually it's Taylor Swift. I know we've heard enough of that new album coming out. And I know we've heard, and we're so sick of every Chiefs game, every Chiefs Super Bowl. And so I just want to show you the most magical video of all of this past week of the NFL. Ladies, are you ready to watch?
100%.
Please pause while I get ready to share my screen for the most amazing thing we've ever seen in this past week. Can you see my screen?
Can, yeah.
Can you make it
Watch
bigger?
this. Yes.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, baby. Here we go. Because you want to take your eyes to this. Look at this beautiful magic.
He fell once. He fell twice.
That is what you call.
He lumbered his way into the end zone.
Yes.
It was the most ungraceful touchdown I've ever seen in my life. But oh, so glorious.
Honestly, it was beautiful. We're going to watch it again.
Let's do it again.
Wait for it. Let's do it again. Look at this. We're just going to keep
That
playing.
is. Let's do that part. Let's show those faces.
I'm sorry, Chiefs Kingdom, but I'm not sorry. You guys have had your time on the throne. This was also Monday Night Football. And I actually am, I picked the Chiefs to win because Patrick Mahomes usually shows up on Monday night. Like, you can't keep Patty Mahomes down. But you know what? Let's just take another look at this.
Oh, can we just freeze on Mahomes? Like,
there's Trevor Lawrence. He goes, twice. Oh, now.
Good job to his offensive line for giving him enough time to fall down twice and still get up and do it.
Right. Yes.
And if you want, you are welcome to watch it again, because the craziest thing is Chris Jones just stands there and watches it happen. It was really unreal. Yes, Chris Jones should be ashamed of himself. He is a high caliber, defensive play. I mean, he's usually a beast. I mean, he's been a problem for us 49ers multiple times. So he did 2 up downs and a sprint at the end of the game, no less. Monday Night Football, you are welcome. So let's move it right along, because that's just beautiful. So what I want to have now is it's time for our nightcap. Ladies, you are on deck for Cocktail Mocktail.
Yes.
All right. Here we go.
So this week I picked, because of this other wonderful upset that happened this week, I picked the Bonfire Bourbon, which is for the Denver Broncos. So we picked this one. It is starting to get cool. It's starting to get chilly in the evenings. We're doing more bonfires. I know 50s in Atlanta is chilly. So now we get to do bonfires. So this is a really nice coffee cocktail that I found, and it's actually fantastic. And I will be honest with you, I had not had a cocktail with chocolate bitters in it before. Game changer. So very good. It is cold brew, bourbon, maple syrup, and chocolate bitters. And then you top it off with a little bit of heavy cream. 1 ounce is a little too much, in my opinion. That's if you like your coffee really, really creamy. I just put a splash on the top, and it's perfection. Throw it all into a shaker, mix it up, and sit by your fire and enjoy watching the Eagles lose to the Broncos.
Wow. Oh, wow. That sounds magical. And also, shout out to all us Niner fans who are so thrilled that not only did we somehow just have the most incredible game ever on Thursday, but everyone in our division lost, and the Eagles. And so, I could be sipping on one of these little beverages after that night.
Cheers.
So let's go on to.
Oh, wait, because did we do the mocktail? We didn't do a mocktail.
No, that's right. I was
okay.
getting ready to click. I was like,
sorry.
I don't drink There you go. This is what I would have sipped on.
So this is also a really good coffee mocktail. It has chocolate syrup instead of the chocolate bitters, cold brew, and then ice cream instead of the cream, right? So very similar to the other drink. Same idea. You get the same fancy flavor and taste with it. And again, everything you probably already have in your refrigerator. So have one, have a bonfire, enjoy your evening. Along with our cocktails, what we've been talking about is picking a player and talking a little bit about them in the position. So from the Denver Broncos this week, I picked Marvin Mims. He was drafted by the Broncos in 2023, and he is a wide receiver, but also a return specialist on the team. So I want to focus more on special teams tonight. Those special teams are the players that work on your kickoff returns, your punts, and those outside plays when you're transitioning from one team having the ball to the other team having the ball. So frequently he will be a kickoff returner. You want somebody who's super fast, somebody who has good movement to make good plays during that time, particularly because of the new kickoff rule, which we've been talking about a lot. But why I really like this drink, this play, this position is because the reason why we got to watch that beautiful video of Trevor Lawrence making that touchdown is because of the new kickoff rules. So because of the new kickoff rules, when Harrison Butker made his kickoff, he kicked it out of bounds. According to the new kickoff rules, this allowed Jacksonville to start the ball at the 40-yard line, at their own 40-yard line. They're almost in field goal range at this point. It gives them such a great opportunity they only had a minute and a half or so left in the game. It gave them so much, that gave them plenty of time to then make their way across the rest of the field in order to score that touchdown. So it was glorious.
Yeah.
So that kickoff rule is part of the reason why we got to watch the Chiefs lose.
It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, that is a great job, ladies. Love the drink. This is like this is a drink that I'm actually probably going to make because it's, here in Florida, the temperature's starting to come down a little bit. It's not quite as roasty, but we're going to be firing up the air pit soon. And this is definitely one that I'm going to want to have. You just painted the picture for me. Putting the fire on, having football, have that drink. I am here for it.
We do it all the time on our back deck. That's what night football is all about at our house. We're on the back deck with a cocktail, a fire, and football. It's awesome.
Streaming. We can do that. Well, no, we'll be actually at the game on Monday. Maybe we can, I don't know, we'll think of something here. But I want to go on to our teachable moment because something really cool happened in the NFL this week and it left some people's heads scratching. So let's go to teachable moment. All right, so Emeka Egbuka is a wide receiver for the Tampa Bay Bucks, and he is a rookie that is just killing it, and he's going to be a problem for us 49ers this Sunday when we go to the game. But what's really, really cool about what he did this week is I think it was the Bucks, had posted a picture on Instagram that showed that, all these little pictures at the bottom that shows an octopus as one of them. And people are like, I don't get the octopus. Well, the octopus is because when a player on a drive is successful and gets a touchdown, so scores a touchdown, which Egbuka did, he scored a touchdown, and then instead of kicking for the extra point, they went for a 2-point conversion. So remember, a touchdown is worth 6 points. When they went for the 2-point conversion, he was also the receiver who got the 2-point conversion. So when they not only get the 6 points for the touchdown, they got the 2 points for the 2-point conversion. So that's 8 total points, which an octopus has 8 legs. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Woo-hoo.
So they've
Woohoo.
8 arms or 8 legs?
Hey, depends on your point of view.
Oh.
8 tentacles.
8 tentacles. Damn. I was having so much fun explaining that one. That was
No, it was
literally
so good.
the
It
most
was so
fun.
good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. So we have had a lot of fun. Well, we're gonna
Wait.
talk-
So before you go into that, I think that there's another important teachable moment because I don't know whether it'll happen again this season. It doesn't happen very often. But the Lions got a safety this weekend. They almost got 2. And safeties are not that common. And it's not to be confused by the position of the safety. But basically, it's a 2-point score for the defense after the team on offense is responsible for the ball becoming dead in their own end zone. And this can happen, if the ball goes out of bounds, if there's a tackle. In this case, it was a sack. Technically, it was 2, but 1 got called back from a penalty. So the Lions got a safety, which is 2 points in, the other team's end zone while the other team is starting the play. The best part about it is its little symbol, which is it looks like you're doing the walk like an Egyptian thing. You put your 2 hands together over your head, whoop, and that's what the refs do. That's so much fun. But it was super exciting for the Lions to do that this time in not once, but twice, but only 2 points scored, was that we are also known for in 2008, our then quarterback, Dan Orlovsky, caused a safety by running out of the end zone with the ball before he even threw it. So it felt like a full circle moment that we're coming back around to the Lions actually being a good team now. But I wanted to get that out there because I wasn't sure. You don't get safeties in every game. You don't always get safeties even in a season. So it was pretty exciting to have that happen.
Bro, I forgot Orlovsky was a Lion when he did that. So
Oh, yes, he did.
that's wild. Okay, and safeties are super sexy because the defense scores them. Ooh. So, or the points for the defense. It's not as sexy as a pick 6, but we'll come back to that another day. All right,
Sure.
So let's get into it. Laura, this is your point. This is your part. So we are going to go over our picks. By the way, are we tracking our picks so far? Like, do we know who's...
Oh, we can. No, we don't. That's an easy tally to make, especially this early in the season.
I was just curious because I feel like I have...
If you start it now, at least we'll be better off instead of making you do it at the end of the season, Laura.
That's true.
I think we should do something fun, like some kind of trophies or prize or something. I don't know, just something silly. Maybe one of us has to wear an octopus hat now. So, or maybe I need to wear one because I didn't say tentacles, but I'm happy to do that.
Arms, legs,
All right.
tentacles, whatever.
Here's our picks. So we got Thursday Night Football. Take it away.
All right, Thursday night, tomorrow, we're going to watch the Eagles versus Giants. All of us, in spite of the Eagles' massive loss last week, all of us think the Eagles are going to take it. The Giants have not been doing fantastic. So, and I want to point out before, there are very few games this week that the 3 of us differed in opinion. Very, very few. So then Sunday, we get to the Broncos and Jets. All of us picked the Broncos. Again, the Jets are going 0 and 5 or whatever. So, we don't have a lot of faith in them. The Rams, Ravens, we all picked the Rams. The Cardinals, Colts, you all picked the Colts. I went with the Cardinals. There was no real rhyme or reason for that. It's just sort of, I didn't know which one to pick. So I went with that. The next, Cowboys and Panthers. Desi, you picked the Cowboys, but Beth and I are keeping the torch going for the Panthers. They've had a couple decent games, so I would love to see them.
Their time is coming.
It really is. It is. And I would like to see them murder the Cowboys. I think that would be awesome.
I'm not opposed to that. I just think that, I don't know. The Cowboys throw little sparks. I mean, Jerry Jones flipping the bird. Maybe that. I don't know. Any given Sunday.
We all picked Chargers over Dolphins. We all picked Jaguars over Seahawks. We all picked 49ers over Buccaneers, which would be awesome because Desi and I will be at that game. So fingers crossed. We all picked Steelers over Browns. Not a surprise. Fun fact, we all picked Bengals over Packers.
Oh, wait, let me back up. Let me back up. So there's two things. Like the Jaguars Seahawks game was a very tough one. I really think this could go either way. I gave the edge to the Jaguars only because it's home and the Seahawks have to travel all the way across the country. And it could be, I don't know what the weather is going to be like for that game, but also the Jaguars are on a short week. So it could very well be Seahawks. So I just wanted to, but then I also, Seahawks are in our division. I'm just being Pete Petty and not using,
sure.
not selecting that.
Sure.
But also same thing for the Steelers Browns. The kid that's the quarterback for the Browns now I always want to call him Daniel. It's not Daniel. What is it?
It's his first name is Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel. I cannot get that straight. So Dylan Gabriel did a hell of a job.
He really did.
But this is in Steelers country. It is an Aaron Rodgers led team now. I just think they have a little bit more oomph in the tank to get it done. So we'll see.
All right, but we are all looking for an upset, the Bengals beating the Packers. And the fun fact about this one is because Joe Flacco was traded from the Browns to the Buccaneers or to the Bengals this week. And he could be the very first quarterback ever to beat the same team on two different teams in the same season. So let's have our fingers crossed.
Listen, protect that poor man. Somebody hire an offensive line. Let's
share with everybody what your husband said when that trade happened, Beth.
Before all the memes came out about it, my husband sent me a text and said he got traded, and I said, "Ooh," and his response was, "That's elder abuse." That is elder abuse, and I was like, "Oh, you're not wrong. It's not
really
yet. It's not yet. It's just a matter. God bless. I feel like he's taking out a bigger life insurance policy as we speak."
But you know what's even more wild? The man's been passed around the same division. He played for the Ravens, played for the Browns, and now he's playing for the Bengals. Like the only thing left is like if Aaron Rodgers get hurt and he gets taken, he goes over to the Steelers, he'll complete the quadfecta. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, but I would love to see him beat the Packers.
But also, I don't know why I picked the Bengals. But here we are.
Want the Packers to win?
I really think the Packers. I don't know. I think the Packers. It's at home, so anyway.
Because the Bengals really need a win. Because the Bengals really need a win.
They do really need a win. But yeah, I would like to see that. And plus, Flacco did beat the Packers already. It was just with the Browns, and the Browns aren't any better as a team. So
this is also very true. That's a great. I wish I had that thought process when I made that choice. But
Bengals don't protect their quarterback.
I know, but we'll see. It'll be interesting. Then we've got Titans.
Talking about Achilles ruptures again.
Yes.
What we're going to be talking about. Sorry, continue.
Then we've got Titans Raiders. We were split on that. Desi went with Titans, and Beth and I picked the Raiders.
Which obviously I should have just listened to the Titans quarterback when you had said, "Let's keep it a buck." We asked. I mean, truly, they are. But I'm tired of picking the Raiders and not getting that right. So I was like, bump it. I'm gonna go with the Titans. We'll see. Whatever. Whatever.
And Beth, you surprised me with your pick on this one, the Pats versus Saints. You went with Pats. Desi and I went with Saints. I assume that's based on last week's performance.
It is. I don't have a whole lot of faith in the Saints in general. But I feel like the Patriots have something good going right now. I don't believe they're going to beat Buffalo again, and they're not going to take us over in our division. All I'm saying is that it's fun watching Drake May right now. Their quarterback is coming into his own, and it's fun to watch.
That is fair. I honestly, though, I picked the Saints because, we usually watch football with our neighbors, and one neighbor is a Pats fan and one is a Saints fan. And I just figured it would be more fun to root with the Saints fan than the Pats fans. So
that is also true. That is absolutely a true statement.
So I think much like Beth picked the Patriots for the Bills playing the Patriots, I picked the Saints because my teams played the Saints. And honestly, they're not terrible. I mean, Rattler is actually a low-key, really good quarterback. He kind of flies under the radar. I'm not saying they have all the pieces together, but there's something maybe potentially there that I think could just flash at any moment. So I don't know. It's in New Orleans, so
yep. All right, and then of course the main event on Sunday night is Lions Chiefs, which hopefully Desi and I will be at the local Lions bar to watch at least some of it. And all of us picked the Lions. I think we all want to see the Chiefs get a huge upset this whole season, but also not in just a Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence double stumble bum walk into the end zone thing. The Lions actually have the right mix of ingredients to beat the Chiefs outright. So I think this could be a really exciting game.
I agree. I think it's going to be a great game to watch. I will find somewhere I'll probably be watching at home and trying to pull my life together because I have to work Monday.
Even though it's various holidays.
It is.
Various observances. I mean, I know the observance I choose.
In any case, I'm taking a half a day.
Because we're coming in town. Oh, wait, we still got 2 more games. There. All right. Bills and Falcons. Let's see. Monday night, Bills, Falcons. Obviously, we all picked the Bills and we're all going to be there. So that's going to be super exciting. And then the other Monday night game, which we're probably not going to pay very much attention to, Bears versus Commanders. All of us picked the Commanders, but I don't really think any of us care. So.
Not true.
Nope.
Jaden Daniels is back.
Oh, yeah.
And also, I am watching very closely. So some of my girls on Twitter, we've been she posted this video of Jaden Daniels dapping up my girl Juju Watkins, who I love. And of course, Jaden's mom is right there. And so I'm wait a minute, is this a thing? Is it, because this is now the second time I've seen evidence of them two together, not together, but they're there, right? And mom's been there. And I'm I would be so googly eyed if those two are a match because Juju's my girl and I love Jaden Daniels. So, and obviously mom is present and she would be, I would guess, agreeable to that. So anywho, I'm keeping my eye on that very closely. So I'll be wanting to see if she's in attendance for that game too.
Awesome.
So before we hop off of here, I do want to share my screen because I do just kind of want to, it's the end of the first quarter-ish of the season. Cray. I can't even believe that's happened so far. So this is ESPN's, they have their NFL standings so far. And in the division, like we chatted about earlier, so Beth's Bills are number 1, despite the loss to the Patriots, but it is a division loss. So I don't think it's really going to be an issue, but we got a lot of season left. So it's the Bills, the Patriots, the Dolphins, and the Jets in that order. I mean, Beth, you guys, it's the Dolphins and the Jets. There's not, what a dumpster fire on both of those teams.
Right.
Complete dumpster fire. And then we talked about the AFC North, which is where Joe Flacco has been passed around. So we got the Steelers in first, and then the Bengals, surprisingly, which you would think the Bengals were just going to close up camp. There was talks about us trying to get their edge rusher because we thought they were just going to be having a sale on players because Joe Burrow's
throw everybody out into
right. But no, they take Flacco and they're trying to keep it alive. But why? Because the Ravens and the Browns are doing not great, so they still have a chance here. They're only 1 game behind the Steelers in the overall standings. AFC South
are doing well. I hate that.
I know.
You hate that. Who's doing well? The Bengals?
The
Steelers.
Steelers.
Really? See, I love Mike Tomlin too much, even though I have my issues with you know who. I do like Tomlin. I do like Watt. I do like a number of the players, but it is
Okay,
a
move along.
interesting group. AFC South, number 1 is the Colts, followed by the Jags, and then my Houston Texans, and then the bottom of the barrel is the Titans. AFC West, we have the Chargers and the Broncos, somewhat tied overall, but the Chargers have the edge because they're 3-0 in their division. So it's the Chargers, Broncos, the Chiefs, and the Raiders. So let's go over to the NFC side. We have the NFC East. The Eagles are on top, followed by the Commanders, the Cowboys, and the Giants. That dumpster fire there, and the Giants is also a big problem. We've got, there you go, Laura, your Lions are top of the NFC North, followed by the Packers, followed by the Vikings, and the Bears. This is kind of a very competitive division you guys are in. So
It is.
It was last year too. You guys are, it's a tough group there.
Absolutely. Yeah, last year we ended up with the same record as the Vikings. We were still 1 seed, but we had the same record as the Vikings. So
yeah, it's been shocking that the Vikings are 3-2, sans, the quarterback. So that's a shout out to their coach. NFC South, you got the Bucks at the top. Then it's like a dumpster fire after that. You got the Falcons, the Panthers, and the Saints. And then finally, the NFC West, which is also a fairly competitive division. You got the Niners on top, followed by the Seahawks, the Rams, and the Cardinals. So that is the division. If you want to look at league-wide, you've got, interestingly, the Colts, the Eagles, the Bills, the Niners, the Bucks, and the Lions and Jaguars are all 4-1. So that is the cream of the crop. And all 3 of our teams are there, ladies. So that's what I want to leave y'all with.
nice.
We are doing our thing.
It's a great time to be alive, guys.
Ain't it the truth? And Travis Tritt said that, I believe. That may date me, but we're not going to talk about that. All right. Any final thoughts, ladies?
No, I'm just excited about the coming weekend and to see all y'all.
Yeah, we're going to try to do some live videos again. We'll see if that actually comes to fruition this time.
We'll do some. We definitely have to do some while we are tailgating with the Mafia. So there will be, I don't know what y'all are going to do in Tampa, but we're going to make it happen.
Well, we're more likely to do it this time because Vegas exists in its own time bubble, and it never happened. But this is we have schedules and we have things we're doing, so we're more likely to do it here.
Well, I will say to all my faithful out there, if you're coming to Ray J Stadium this weekend, search out me and Laura. We will get video. We're going to get pictures. I want to see my faithful out there. We're going to paint the town red and gold. And so, yes, wide 49er. Nothing finer than to be a 49er. And in fact, I have a shirt that says nothing finer than a 49er. So if you see me out there in these streets with that shirt on, you know it's me. But come see us at Ray J. Come see us at Mercedes-Benz. It's going to be another great weekend of football. Come join us again next Wednesday, 8 p.m. as we recap these games and have so much more fun, more drink recipes, all the fun things that you get to see with your girlfriends every single week. So with that, we bid you farewell, good night, and come check us out again next Wednesday. Cheers. Happy football.
Go Bills.